Overcoming procrastination. Tip number 3, time. Time is limited. You gotta keep understanding that time is not infinite. We're only limited on our time on this earth. And there's so many things that I'm sure everyone wants to do, but a lot of times, we just forget that, hey, we keep on thinking there's tomorrow, there's always tomorrow that's gonna come. And like, especially when you're young, you just don't feel like, time, it seems like time is unlimited on your side, but that's not the reality. I mean, I'm 35 this year already, and when I look back, I'm amazed at how quickly time has already gone past since my uni graduation, since my high school. It just feels like when you move from one stage to another, whether that's from primary school to high school to uni, moving into, starting your first job, second job, third job, things just started to accelerate as you get into the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I mean, that's my personal feel. I don't know about you, but to me, that's an indication that time's limited. In particular, looking at my parents as well. I can still remember when I was still a kid, and they were probably about 40 odd years old, and looking at them now, they obviously got a lot more grey hair. They couldn't move as swiftly as before, and I look at them, I keep on telling myself, time is limited. You want to make sure that you spend the time with your loved ones, because the reality is, say for example, you catch up with them every week, once every week, and you think that there's plenty of times that you can catch up. Well, no, because in a year there's only 52 weeks. So in other words, this year you might only be able to see them 52 times. And on top of that, there might be some other things that may occupy which you may not be able to see them. Then that makes it even less. So if you think of it that way, time is limited. And if time is limited, then why would you want to procrastinate? Because you don't have all the time in the world. You got to think of it like, hey, I'm running out of time. Every day is a treasure for me. How can I make sure I utilize every minute, every second, every day, so that I can achieve as much as I can and I can accomplish everything that I want to accomplish before I leave this earth? So, that's one of the other ways that I think of is good to be able to avoid, to be able to overcome procrastination, is to think that time is just not limited. And, and another thing is, let's say, for example, your working time, your working life is also limited. So a lot of people tells me, oh, I'm still young, I can wait, I don't have to invest today. Well, I'll ask them, okay, well, when do you want to retire? First thing, of course. And then second thing is also let them come to the fact that, their working lifespan will probably go up to about 50 or max 60 years old, because by the time that you reach that kind of age, you do not want to get yourself stuck in the 9 to 5. That's for sure. So you want to be able to have options. You want to be able to do something else. And if you think of it like where I use myself as an example, I'm 35 this year. Let's say my maximum working life is up to 65 and I'll retire at 65. Then I've only got 30 years left. 30 years is not a long term. It's not a very, very long time. So if I don't start today, every day that keeps passing by me, I'm losing that opportunity. So, that's why you got to think of it that way. Time is limited. You don't want to have regrets for things that you haven't said to them or you haven't told them until you couldn't do so, okay? So make sure you don't wait. So there's our tip for overcoming procrastination. I hope everyone gets something out of it, and certainly hope that now that you have a better idea to how to overcome your own procrastination, because as I said before, it is absolutely critical for us to be able to continue to grow. As I said, if you're not growing, then you're dying. So make sure that you're continuing overcoming your own procrastination, strive for your best, and good things will happen that way. So if you got any questions, feel free to comment below. I hope you like the new series about talking on this mentality, psychology. I'll certainly do a lot more moving forward as well. So until next time, I will see you in another episode of Invest Power.